Well, welcome to the channel, United Matters channel. It's the match build-up, all match day live of United versus a side called Fulham. It's the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, and Man City yesterday got through, and obviously we are waiting to see how the draws are really going to go on and really get held in here onto the United Matters channel. I think by the time we get to the end of the game of Fulham, I think the draw will be really live, and I'll be letting you know who have we been drawn against into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. So, guys, thank you very much for watching it through. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, today is really a very good day. We've not been playing some games. We've not been playing ever since Thursday, and we are coming here to do the needful and obviously see United find ourselves back to what we call the winning ways at Old Trafford. 21 games played, unbeaten. That is Manchester United, and I think Ten Hag has really gone ahead to turn this into a fortress that most of us have always called in for. And today, Eric Ten Hag has named the following players to start into the starting 11 of Manchester United as we take on Fulham at Old Trafford. David De Gea, Harry Maguire, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Sabitzer, Luke Shaw, Sancho, Weghorst, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Scott McTominay. When you look at the bench, there is Butland, Dalot, Lindelof, Malacia, Fred, Maino, Pelestri, and Anthony Elanga, plus Anthony. Rafael Varane is out, and you know what? I told you about him that he's really not going to be out because he's not going to be in, having not arrived with the team having not arrived with the team at Old Trafford today. That is a man who goes by the names of Varane. And my friend known as Damian told me that what's wrong with him? You know, players always pull up muscles in training sessions. So I think he's not feeling okay. He's not feeling okay. And the manager is going to give us the reason as to why he has not gone ahead to play him today. When you look at Fulham, they're having Leno, Tete, Diop, Realm. There is Robinson. There's Paulinho. There is Reed, Andreas. There is Cordova, Reid, Mitrovic, and Willian. That is the starting 11 of Fulham. Then substitutes: Rodak, Tosin, Cedric Soares, Lukic, Wilson, Kenny, Solomon, Daniel James, former of Manchester United, and Vinicius the striker. Now, when you look at Fulham, they're having close to two former United players. That is Andreas Pereira starting, and then Daniel James playing off the bench of Fulham, and he was sold to Leeds, and now Leeds purchased him from Fulham purchased him from Leeds because United purchased him from Leeds, and then he brought him this side. So when you look at that lineup, I know most of you are really worried, and I know where the worry comes in from. It's all about Harry Maguire, and has he brought him because of the area threat of Mitrovic? That's one of the things that we should come here and we discuss about, because Mitrovic is really good in the air, and his area threat is out of this world. So it might be that has brought him in to really play. But what brings him on the field of play is simple. Rafael Varane is injured. Rafael Varane is out of this game and is not going to play any part of it. And that injury has really affected us a lot as a team of Manchester United, because in such games, you would always want to really see Rafael Varane playing the central defense, because every time we play with him, we find ourselves in a position of not losing. You get every time. At least you know that you're not going to go ahead and really concede very many goals. But the coming in of Harry Maguire just puts us in a situation of really having a lot of worry. And I too get worried a lot every time I see Maguire onto the pitch, especially in that central defense. You saw him when you're playing Real Betis. He was looking a little bit sloppy. And don't know why Ten Hag we trust him in such a games. You get? I'd rather Lindelof to play alongside Lisandro Martinez than Harry Maguire, according to me, because it really looked great every time they play together. And to me, He's one of those players that you cannot rely on. That is Harry Maguire. So I don't know why the manager has really gone in for him again in this game. The last game he played against Real Betis, everyone understood the reason as to why he played him. It was simple because Lindelof was coming in from injury. That's it. But right now, I see no reason as to why we should be starting this man known as Harry Maguire. But the manager makes the final decisions, and he has made very many decisions that have really seen our team reach this level. So we wait and see what is really going to come in through and surface from this beautiful game of football that United is going to be playing against a team known as Fulham at Old Trafford. If at all we win, we are going to go through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. I'm having Bees. Hey, David Strait, watch from Uganda. It's 2-0 in favor of United. With Harry Maguire, when you're playing Fulham, it's hard for me to predict a clean sheet. It's hard for me to predict a clean sheet. I know we are going to really be having a very good side that's going to be playing against this team, but 100% believe keeping a clean sheet with Harry Maguire, that's a doubt. I'm a doubting Thomas onto that. I don't see us really keeping a clean sheet. I'm having Nachten the Esther, but semi-final, we may face Man City. That's also possible, by the way. It's possible. Possible because the fixtures have been played today. Man City yesterday won by 6 goals to 0. Today, Sheffield has beaten Blackburn Rovers by 3 goals to 2. Then Brighton, 67 minutes played in. They are playing Grimsby Town. That is it. So I think we might have to face either City, Sheffield United, or Brighton. That's what I really believe. Those are the teams that we might face, according to me. But I think they are going to fix this. If at all we go through, they are going to see to it that Man City faces either Brighton and United faces like Sheffield Wednesday. That's what I'm really believing, because I know they want a finale of United versus Man City of the FA Cup. I think that's what they are really anticipating for. And these draws can be fixed. If we face City, I'm going to be really surprised. I'm going to be really, really surprised. That's it. If we face City, I'm going to be surprised. That's it. But I really look forward to seeing us facing either Brighton or Sheffield Wednesday. One of those. That's one of the fixtures that I really believe we are going to be playing in the semi-finals, because they would have loved to see United facing City into the finale of the FA Cup, and I think they'll push for that. Nachten the Esther, Harry Maguire. All right, you're also scared like Bees is taking away a date. Then Nachten the Esther, I'm scared. Maguire, why? That is at the party of Payemi. But I think we just have to go on and really trust the manager. You know, things happen, but I really believe that sometimes it's all about us go on and really do the needful and really play this beautiful game of football at Old Trafford. The advantage we're having is that we are playing at Old Trafford, and this is a fortress. Old Trafford is a fortress, and courtesy of Eric Ten Hag, that's why it has been turned into a fortress, and I anticipate a win today. Though I'm not anticipating a clean sheet. If at all we had Rafael Varane, 100% I would anticipate it for what we call a clean sheet. But with Harry Maguire, I'm not anticipating for a clean sheet. I'm not anticipating for it, because I know that is calamitous. You get? He's a liability in that position. But the beauty of it is that Mitrovic is not a fast player, and we need to see players like Aaron Bissaka and Luke Shaw closing down those wide areas to see to it that they don't really come in through to really go ahead and really block us into that position. Now, when you look at the system that Eric Ten Hag has gone in for, it's a 4-1-4-1. I don't know why. It's supposed to be a double pivot, because Scott McTominay can't single-handedly play into that position alone, according to me. That's it. But David De Gea maintaining his position in goal. Then we are having Bissaka again starting his 3rd game in a row. It shows you that the manager was really worried about Willian, because Willian is playing as a left attacking midfielder, and he wants to close all those wide areas of United, because he knows that the strength of Fulham is so much into the crosses, the wingers, Reid and Willian. That is the strength of a team called Fulham. That's why I has brought in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Remember, he even started the game of Rio Betis and even played 90 minutes in the game of Southampton. So the manager has really got it right, according to me, because you need to be solid at the back when you're not having Rafael Varane. Harry Maguire is a liability, and the manager knows it very well. That's why he's gone ahead to put in a player known as Aaron Wan-Bissaka to play on the right side of the central defense. Maguire, Lisandro Martinez playing into the central defense in the central defense partnership. That is Harry Maguire playing on the right side of the central defense. Lisandro Martinez playing on the left side of the central defense. Then Luke Shaw playing as the left back. Remember, he never played even a single minute in the game we played away at Rio Betis that we won by 1-0. And he just found himself in a position of really not playing any minute, was rested. So he's one of those players that never featured in the game of Rio Betis, and he's fresh from the bench to start this. Malacia played 90 minutes. Luke Shaw is coming in for Tarhel Malacia into this fixture. But we are also missing out. We are also missing out on a player called Rafael Varane, because he was another fresh spaceman that would have enjoyed in that central defense in the area of Harry Maguire. But obviously, let's wait and see how that is happening. But Scott McTominay playing in a single pivot, coming in for Casemiro. Remember, Casemiro is really red carded, and is serving his first suspension into this fixture. That is Casemiro, and is nowhere to be seen, not until we finish our next 3 games against Brighton, Brentford, and Everton. That's it. So as it stands, Manchester United is really having a very good go at this team, and Scott McTominay has been trusted to play into that position by Eric Ten Hag. And to me, I believe it's just a matter of time. And we are at Old Trafford. If at all you're playing away at Craven Cottage in this fixture, I would have been worried. But come what may, I see a team of Fulham falling onto the sword of Manchester United. I know we are going to go ahead and really win this beautiful game of football. However hard it's going to be, because Fulham is not one of those simple teams, it's really hard. But I know we can weather through the storm. We can brave through, according to me. And I don't see ourselves really losing it out tonight. Sabitzer playing as a right winger. Sancho, Bruno Fernandes playing the double pivot. Sorry, it's not a double pivot. They are playing as 2 central attacking midfielders. They are sharing the role, meaning that they might be really finding out Bruno Fernandes to drop deep a little bit, and obviously Sancho to come in through and obviously lead that central attacking midfield position. Marcus Rashford playing as a left attacking midfielder. The man is in brilliant form, having scored that thunderous effort, or that thunderbolt, into the game of Rio Betis in the 55th minute. After missing out on 2 cities, obviously what he was left with was simple: to go in and really try to improvise with that shot 25 yards away from goal, and it really went to the back of the net. That's Marcus Rashford for you. Then Wout Weghorst is leading the line. The only striker we have available. Ten Hag gave us a reason as to why he wants to really rest Martial a lot, to see to it that he comes back when he's fully fit. He came out and told us that Martial has never played when he's fully fit. So he's looking for that fully, all 100% fully fit Anton Martial to come in and play. And even today, I've read the tweet of Mikel Arteta. He has confirmed to us that no player can come in and really play in the Premier League when he's just 50% fit. At worst, you must be 100%, 90% fit. So Ten Hag is looking for that 100% fitness from Anton Martial. He's been playing game. He has been training for now 3 weeks, and he wants to give him another 1.5 weeks to see to it that he gets himself into position of really playing into this beautiful game of United when we go away to play against Newcastle, because he knows that to solidify the game of to solidify our 3rd spot into the Premier League, we should go ahead and really beat Newcastle away from home. And he has again and again hinted on how we play well when you're having Anton Martial. So he knows that you go to the St. James's Park with Anton Martial leading the line. Obviously, you've earned yourself a right to win that game of football, because you are going to be having a player who is really going to be acting as an apex for the team of United, such that all the balls go ahead and really converge onto his presence because he leads that focal point very, very well for Manchester United. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. A little bit of Fulham and who they've got. And the system they've gone in for is a 4-2-3-1. That is Fulham for you. They're having Bernard Leno, formerly at Arsenal, in goal. Very good goalkeeper. Then Ketete, right back. Cedric Soares has been dropped. Then Diop and Ream are playing into the central defense, with Diop playing on the right side of the central defense and Ream playing onto the left side of the central defense. Robinson is playing as a left back for Fulham. Then Paulinho returning alongside Reid in the double pivot. Paulinho has the most number of interceptions in the Premier League. He's really one of the players that has really gone ahead to make Fulham one of the most beautiful teams to play into the league of the Premier League, and he's really playing and doing a very wonderful job for a side of Fulham, and he's really doing a wonderful job for Fulham. But as it stands, it's almost one of those games that you expect a team known as Fulham to put in a very wonderful effort, because Paulinho returning gives them another chance to really give us a hard time in that midfield, with us not having Casemiro, because Casemiro is the best CDM in the world. And if at all he's playing there, you're 100% sure that, all right, we are going to go on and really do the needful. Then Pereira, central attacking midfielder. He's so much good at those set pieces and going in for those line-breaking long balls, you get, from the deep areas of the midfield. And he always looks in for Mitrovic or Willian and spreads that ball wide very, very well. So we must keep a point onto him and those set pieces. He has a very good technique of delivering those set pieces, and obviously does the needful to really give a team known as Fulham a very good ball distribution, and the attacking decisions that he really makes are really so much deadly when it comes to this team of Fulham. Then Willian is going to face Aaron Wan-Bissaka. To me, I believe Ten Hag has gotten it right, because in such a game after having Rafael Varane and you're playing with Harry Maguire, Willian might turn into a player who is going to be a threat, or a pain in the ass for us if at all we don't find a solution for him. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka has gone ahead to close down every left attacking midfielder of left forward that he has met, either in the Premier League or in the UEFA Europa League. Even when you're playing away, I think at Barcelona, he closed down very well. And the likes of Gavi, Pedri, Rafinha, they couldn't pass because that guy was really a wall that no one could go past. And he's really brilliant into such situations. And the manager has really gone ahead to appreciate him, to go ahead and really tell him, please, this is the quarterfinal game. We need to find ourselves into a position of going through to the finale. And what else should we do better when you're not having you? And he has gone ahead to bring him Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Dalot again benched for the third game in a row. And it shows you how Erik Ten Hag is trying to find out a position of who he should really start or not. And I think in the consideration of that also, there is a reason that Bissaka is not going to play into the Euros. He has not been invited or considered or called up by the English national team manager, that is Gareth Southgate, and Dalot is really going to go ahead and really play. So I think Erik Ten Hag saw it that it's better to play Bissaka to not lose his match sharpness, because Dalot is going to go away and play for Portugal. That's it. Then Reid is another one that you need to reckon with and put a lot of keen eye onto him, because he is really good in that area. But I think Luke Shaw is going to really come in and close him well, because he's fresh. He last played a game when you're playing Southampton, and in the game of Real Betis, he never played a single minute in that game. So that puts Luke Shaw into a better position of being fresh for a team known as Fulham, and I think that's going to be a fresh start. Then Mitrovic, another person to really look at. Deadly in the air, and I think Harry Maguire is there to stop that. If he doesn't stop that, then everyone will be asking, why did we have to give him this beautiful game of football? Because his main aim is to close down all those aerial threats coming in from Mitrovic. If at all he can't, then he has no reason to come in through and really play into this game. I'm having biz. Let's trust Eric Ten Hag for this. Yeah, we have to trust him. Do you know why? He has gone ahead to do the needful and put the team where it is, because he trains these players. He'll always know which player is on form and which player is not on form. Ten Hag can get the best from Bissaka. I think he has already gotten the best from Bissaka. That's it. Guys, do you remember when Bissaka was really playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Most of the times he found himself going in for those sliding tackles, but nowadays he rarely makes them. And second, look at the confidence he has on the ball. He gets that ball from the back and obviously surges into the final third of the opponent. And one thing he needs to work on is his final product, or his end product, when he really reaches the final third. That's the only thing he's really missing out on. I think he makes good runs. His ball distribution is improving. Ten Hag is doing a wonderful job on Aaron Bissaka, and I think most of you are really excited about the player. And I always believe in him. I've believed in him. Though people say that I have an agenda on him, I don't have an agenda on him. You get? Though I've always told you that when Dalot is really, if Dalot happens to get back to the levels he was before he went to the World Cup, obviously Ten Hag will go ahead and really play him. So to me, I find myself in a position of really going in for the calls of my manager, but one call he has always made and not agreed with it. There are two calls: picking Maguire ahead of Lindelof, and the other pick is picking Fred ahead of Sabitzer, even when Casemiro is here. For that, I don't agree with Eric Ten Hag. I'm having a little bit of update coming in from Italy. This is the striker that Eric Ten Hag is obsessed to sign at Manchester United, known as Victor Osimhen. And again today, he has gone ahead to find himself into another record. And today, Napoli have gone ahead to beat Torino by 4-0. Victor Osimhen has gone ahead to score 2 goals. And he's now having 21 Serie A goals, and he is on the track to become the first African player to win the Golden Boot in Serie A. And that is the lad known as Victor Osimhen that Eric Ten Hag wants at Old Trafford. Though he's really sold expensively, we don't know whether United will be able to raise that amount of money to bring him on at Old Trafford. But that is the lad. He has scored a brace today. He's now having 21 goals in 23 games with 4 assists onto his name. He's set to become the highest African goal scorer in Serie A. Currently has 44 goals behind George Weah, who has 46 goals. So it shows you that he is really running riot, and he is really exploding and sending out a message to every person or every team as to why he should be the hot target to be looked at by Manchester United in the summer transfer window. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. Only having 4 people that have smashed the like button. Do it accordingly, and obviously do the needful for the club of Manchester United. And Usain Bolt today is at Old Trafford watching the game of football. So let's wait and see how that really happens in there for you. So we've been told by Simon Stone, a correspondent of United, for the BBC, that Rafael Varane is unavailable due to injury. United expect him to be fit after the international break. So that's why we always call in for another central defender who is right-footed, either Kim Min-jae or Julian Timber, because Rafael Varane is unreliable. That's it. Having not been played in the game of Rio Betis, because the manager thought that maybe he's going to find himself fit in the game of Fulham, because this game is really important. Why? If we go through, it will be in our hands to stop Man City not to win a treble. Man City are so much in the picture of winning a treble this season. That's it. They are so much in the picture of winning a treble this season. They are now 8 points behind Arsenal because Arsenal has won its game, but Man City have a game in hand. They are playing Liverpool. So it's all in their hands to either continue winning or losing. And they also have a game to play against Arsenal at Emirates. So Sorry, at the Etihad. So for us, what is supposed to do is one, go all out, do the needful, get the best out of the game. How do you get the best out of the game? Knock Fulham out of the FA Cup. If City comes your way, give them the beating they deserve, and then you knock them out, because we might play the FA Cup when City is on the top of the Premier League table, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's why I'm calling in for City. That's why I'm calling in for United to go in and really knock out Fulham, and then we face City. Either in the semi-final or in the final, we have to face them and show them that we are here to do the needful. Victor is an amazing player. That is Nachiten Esther. Very, very amazing. Very, very amazing. And I don't know why the manager has really not brought him in. Or is it because he's scared of the aerial threat of Mitrovic? Yes, but I think Victor Lindelof played very well against Mitrovic when we played them in I think it was the 13th of November when we scored late. That is Alejandro Garnacho won that game by 2-1. I remember it very well. So I think we can get hold of Mitrovic even if we are having Victor Lindelof. But let's wait and see whether Ten Hag is going to have to make the best decisions into this game of football, because he's the manager. He's the manager. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. But Rafael Varane is injured. That's why the likes of Kim Min-jae are supposed to come in through and do the needful. Even Eric Ten Hag has gone ahead and confirmed it in his pretty much conference today. This is what he had to say. He's injured. Is it serious? It's hard to say, but I don't think so. It's a minor concern. He'll recover, and I think he'll be back after the break. So that's what Eric Ten Hag is going to hate to say, that Varane is injured, but he expects him to be back at when the international break is done. And this shows you why he made a very wise decision to really quit the international football, because his body just can't allow him to be fit throughout, and he cannot play close to 4 or 5 games consistently. Remember, he played against Liverpool. He played against Rio Betis in that game of 4-1. He played against Southampton, and he played 3 consecutive games. The manager rested him in the game of Rio Betis away, and now he's nowhere to be seen. So it raises a lot of concern on what are the priorities. I've seen people coming out and saying, we need a strike as a priority. To me, my 2 priority signings are all at Manchester United. One, a Casemiro backup, a right-footed central defender. You get? Then the striker comes third. You get? Look, one will say, but we can't win the striker. What if Greenwood returns? Greenwood can play very well and lead that line. That's it. I have a lot of belief in him that he can lead that line every time he's given the chance and opportunity to play. So I don't see any reason as to why I should come out and be worried about the striking position. No way. I can't be worried about that, because I know players that can go and take us there are there. But if Casemiro is injured or Casemiro is suspended, who is coming in to do the job? No one. Look at Rafael Varane. We need another right-footed central defender, either Kim Min-jae or Julian Timber at Manchester United. So I think the plan is simple, all well laid out there. Varane, backup or competitor, Casemiro, backup or competitor, and the centre forward. And in their particular order, the striker should come last, according to me. So thank you guys for watching in through. Your predictions are welcome in the comment section below. I go for a 3-1 win for Manchester United at Old Trafford, because Fulham has taken years without doing the needful to really do the needful and really beat us. That's it. So I think 3-1. If Varane was in, it would have been a 3-0. But with Maguire, I think it's still going to be a hard day for us. Opio Cosmas, Weghorst must go back to Burnley. I don't think he's going to go back. I don't think he's going to be taken back, because he's a squad player and he's one of those strikers that can be on the bench and won't complain for playing time. Ten Hag wants 3 strikers, and I think he's going to keep him at the club of Manchester United. So I don't see him going back to Burnley, because 10 million euros, that is 8 million pounds. Those are peanuts. paying for him and really seeing him at the club of Manchester United is really okay. So thank you very much for checking through. Smash the like button, comment, and share. Thank you, Nashtende Esther. Thank you, Bees. Thank you, Adepare Opeyemi. Thank you, Opio Cosmos, for watching in through. And I think that was all. We are returning here with the match reaction. Thank you for watching in, and thank you for keeping it United Matters channel. I sign out for now. See you later. Oh, before I go, I have forgotten. I had not ended the poll. The poll reads 88% win for Manchester United, 7% win for Fulham, then a draw is 3%. So thank you. Those have been your votes, and they've been brought in here by you. And thank you for really supporting this channel. I'm out.